And Woody likes the crooked cock.
Fetishes. But all right, so we had just remind who was the furry guest we had? It was Your Movie Sucks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or something like that. Yeah, his channel's called Your Movie Sucks. He does film reviews. He's a furry, a gay furry at that. I was okay. I was like, all right, cool. I got no problem with that. I accept your
We all have our things.
We all have our things, right? Like you're telling me that you like to dress up as a blue dog and have another man dress up as a blue dog and you two get it on. Nobody's getting hurt. I mean, unless they wanted to. And maybe the dry cleaner gets a little extra business, right? If somebody's got to clean those costumes off at the end of the day.
Koreans
I got no
love
problem
furries.
with your fetish. It's not mine. But I can sort of understand it because, I like when girls wear lingerie, right? Like you're not that far off from that if you're dressing. Like, I kind of like those dirty pictures on Reddit.
Don't pretend like that's not super far off.
What about when the girls have, like, the little, like, bunny ears on and they're like, ooh, 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 like being all cutesy?
And then, like, the rest of the bunny outfit?
When they use the black lipstick and make the nose. Just me?
It's not like,
you just kind of, like, nibble on your dick like it's one of those watering spigots.
I just feed her carrots all day. No, like what I'm saying is like I'm accepting of that. I don't quite get it, but I'm fine with it. Like, where do we draw the line, though?
Lead the way with what where you think the line is.
Well, I've got to say, like. Certainly, when anyone like pedophilia is obviously a line that I think we can all agree upon because there's a participant there, if you can call the child that, who is either unwilling or unable to make the decision to be unwilling because of immaturity. So that's a clear line. But beyond that, we've all said that we think bestiality is okay as long as the animal is doing the fucking.
Or big enough to refuse the fucking.
Or if the animal is large enough to refuse said fucking.
If you are fucking a chicken wildly inappropriate, you should go to jail. That chicken can't escape.
But if
you are fucking
a moose,
tiger or a moose or something on a moose on a step stool, whatever the fuck you'd have to do, like that moose at any point can go, I'm not feeling this, and kill you. So I think that's a risk you take.
You show me the man who fucked a Bengal tiger in the pussy, and I want to shake his. I want to shake his hand.
Yeah. That tiger, he must be pretty good.
Are you familiar with Mr. Hands at all, by the way?
Oh, the guy who got fucked to death by the horse. Like, that's old internet, yeah.
Yeah. So Mr. Hands was a dude that went to a farm because he wanted to get fucked by a stallion. But his buddies, I guess, didn't think it through. Nobody really thought, well, wait a minute, if it's like a 2-foot horse cock and, how far are your organs inside of you? So he got like everything torn apart.
Yeah.
And they didn't know what to do because this horse ranch catered to gay men getting fucked by horses, so they didn't want to call an ambulance. So they just dropped him off at the ER, rang the doorbell, and took off, and he died from his injuries.
Wait, did this guy have like a lightweight intestine? If there's a horse farm that caters to gay men getting fucked in the ass, was this guy just not good at getting fucked?
Well, no, there's a video of this, by the way.
Dude, but there's like, it's not just you're getting fucked by a horse cock. You're getting fucked by the power of a horse.
Yeah.
We've used them for centuries to tow and do things
about a horsepower.
Yeah, it's 1 horsepower of cock.
It's actually 2, to be fair, but that doesn't matter.
Okay, it's 2 horsepower of cock pummeling your asshole, and then your colon, and then your intestines, and then just the rest.
I just feel like if there's a farm that caters to gay men getting fucked by horses, and one guy got hurt, what's with the one guy?
You don't think they had an OSHA representative there earlier in the day to go, hey, this cock isn't regulation?
Apparently these other people are doing it and there isn't any trouble. What's different about this guy? Is he small?
No, I can tell you. It's fucking sad that I know this, but I remember when this video was being passed around and the explanation that was offered for it. From what I understand, they were supposed to have a helper that was supposed to use their hands to create like a
buffer.
A buffer.
Yeah, a little collar.
Yeah, a little collar to make sure he didn't go full bore. But this guy's like, fuck it, I want the whole thing. And there's a moment when this is happening after the horse is fully inside of him where you hear him make this kind of grunt that no person should ever make. Where it's like the grunt of, I've made a serious fucking mistake and something is very badly injured. But nobody could get the horse off him because the horse is going full bore on it. So after the horse finished up, they carted him off the ER, dropped him at the door, and said, nice day to you, sir.
Wow, they couldn't get the horse off him? Like he didn't respond to a slap on the ass?
I don't know if you should be...
One of those riding whips?
Well, remember, it's a gay horse because it's at the gay bar, fucking all these men.
What if hitting him with that crop on either side just sped him up?
I don't know if they had like a cowboy on hand to come tame him when he's fucking somebody hard.
Why would you, if you're running a gay horse farm, why would you rely on an assistant to put their hands there? Like, you know how when you're going to the gym and you slide that thing onto it to hold the weights on? Get a couple of those, slide them on there, and you're not going to have a problem. God, if I ran a gay horse farm, we would have no liability problem.
He was not thinking of the logistics, but that was a brutal fucking video.
That's rough. That's rough. I mean, yeah, he was asking for it though. Like that's the kind of thing, like when someone's like, you know, when you go to get fucked by a horse and you die, you kind of have a hard time feeling sorry for him because he went to go get fucked by a horse and he died. It's like
he knew.
Like, if any of us were standing there, we'd been like, hey, it's gonna kill you.
This, you see, that is why and I'm just speaking for me, cut it off at donkeys and ponies.
Ponies. You want a pony.
Mm-hmm. Horses, too much.
I think.
Well, yeah, this wasn't like a little horse either. Like, this is a big, bad motherfucking stallion. Like, he was going for the top of the line on this one.
You really want to get fucked by a donkey or something.
Like a breeding stallion. God, what a fucking degenerate. Well, he was one, I guess.
Yeah.
Not anymore. Well, Kyle, where's your line?
My line? I don't know, man. Like the people whose fetish intrudes upon the lives of people who aren't into it. Like if your thing was doing something in public, for example, I think that's and by public I don't mean like in a car in a parking lot. Like if it's out there for like women and
subway.
Women, folk, and children to see. Like that's not cool. So there's those guys that like masturbate onto women in public. That's a thing. Like I've seen videos of that where the dude's thing.
Crime.
Yeah, the dude like gets himself this close to coming, and then he's just looking for a pretty lady. Like she'll be sitting at the bus stop or on a bench or something, and he just comes up next to her and just blows a load on her shoulder, and she doesn't even notice because like. I mean, you know, you're going about your day. You're probably on your iPhone or something.
It smells
reading the news.
bleachy all of a sudden. Yeah.
And she just walks away, and he's filming it. He's like, look at her walk away with my load on her. That's fucked. So things like that are obvious, but I don't know. I just have a hard time getting down with the adult baby diaper people. Like
that one doesn't bother me. So long as it is everyone involved is
Pampers
a happy participant, knock yourself out.
Yeah, I actually agree with Woody on that one. Like, as long as they're both consensual and enjoying it, like, I look at it with revulsion in my heart. Yeah. Like, that's awful. You probably shouldn't do that. If there's a child in the house, you probably shouldn't be walking around with a diaper.
Well, that's
who knows what psychological scarring. Yeah, but as long as it's human or an animal smaller than you, I don't think it should
bigger
be
than
crime. Or yes, larger.
Yeah, you don't want to go bullying ducks, you jerk.
No. And we know Jim's strong stance against bullying. I'm disappointed that I don't see your I was expecting to see your whatever the fuck show, that cartoon kid dancing around in the Billy No Bully shirt.
My line isn't really a line. I draw it at absurd things, obviously, or illegal things like pedophilia, obviously. And I'd agree too. If you're doing something in public and jacking off on somebody, obviously you should get your ass thrown in prison.
Yeah.
But my stance on it more is just being able to laugh at it. I mean, it's goofy shit. Whether you think it's permissible or you think it's weird or not, it's nice to be able to look at it and say, yeah, that's pretty fucked up. I think I'll laugh at that for a little bit.
I think that's kind of what I was getting at. I think it got kind of construed into a legal or illegal thing, but I accept what our guest was into, and I wouldn't laugh at what he's into because I don't know why, but I don't draw the line there. I would
laugh at what he was into.
You didn't, though, did you? You didn't laugh to his face.
Was I on that show?
I don't. Oh, you weren't there.
I wasn't there.
Would you have laughed in his face when he?
Of a guy who goes, I like to dress up as Kermit the Frog and give it to someone dressed up as Grover.
To be fair, I believe he was the bottom in that situation. But yeah. Basically, he described a scenario.
It depends how funny the characters are. Like if he's the Hamburglar or something, then it's hilarious. It's great.
He didn't say. I don't think.
Who knows?
Oh,
yeah. I mean, you should be able to do it.
Yeah,
the blue fox. Have you noticed the same thing with all those other kin it's like a Tumblr place in Tumblr where people are like, I'm not a human, I'm a dragonkin. I can feel my wings fluttering when I get nervous and shit. They're never shitty animals that they identify as. They're always foxes or dragons or tigers or lions or sea serpents or an angel. Like they're never like, I identify as, you know, a raccoon going through the garbage or an armadillo. It's only the cool ones. Anyway, that's far beyond anything here. Just now in a mindset of trying to think of fucked up shit I've seen on the internet.
Yeah, that's what's enjoyable about the internet. Again, that's kind of my interest in it. I like looking at goofy shit and laughing at it. Really, at the end of the day, that's kind of all I'm here for, because it's full of it. You can't look at one corner of the internet and not find something absurd.
Yeah, I can't imagine how much real effort and research goes into a lot of, especially your internet insanity videos. That series is fucking hysterical.
The Game Dude one was the best, I think, because that guy went off the rails. That was a dude that wanted to be the next James Rolfe. He was going to be like the next Chris Bores. And then you find out that he had like a psychotic break and was filming. He like ran and he fled the country because he was stalking a girlfriend, and ended up filming dinosaur movies where he's replaying moments in his relationship for 3 hours on a beach in like Mexico.
It just something occurred to me that I have to say. I think Mr. Medicare would really like Shoe Nice.
Oh, he's done a video on him.
He's done a video on Shoe Nice.
Yeah, did one on him.
I'm late,
he was a
but
guest
I was
on
on
our
target.
show.
Good call. Good call, buddy. Yeah.
Yeah, you would like Shoe Nice. I guess you did.
Yeah, you'll have to pour through Jim's content. Very, very funny shit. I like the hug box stuff. I wish you should do some more of those if you're not working on them.